Good morning. This is the Get Up and Go Breakfast Show. My name's Dave Burney.
I'm Brent Apperson. Good morning.
And on the phone line, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, we have Drew on the line.
I believe so, yes.
Broken Bow Livestock, Burwell Livestock. Good morning, Drew. How are you doing?
I'm doing good. Yourself?
Pretty darn good. I was thinking about you this morning. I saw we were going to be able to talk to you, and I was thinking about how the weather has treated this fall season really well for auctions and so forth, for moving cattle. I'm sure you've been enjoying that.
Yeah, it's been a good fall for as far as guys getting cattle weaned and getting calves settled down, and we've had some moisture to settle the dust, so it's been a good fall.
Well, let's find out what has happened and what's going to happen at the barns, if you wouldn't mind telling us.
All right, I'll give you a recap on how we operated last week. We had 2 big days. We had a special weigh-up sale along with some bred cows on Thursday in Broken Bow, and had a big round of those feeder calves on Friday in Burwell. Ran through about right at 2,900 of those, and I'll tell you how we operated there. In the slaughter market on Thursday, those high-yielding cows was $1.05 to $1.50. Medium frame type cows was $90 to $1.04. Poorer and thinner cows was $83 to $89. Heiferettes was $1.02 to $1.67, and in that slaughter bull market we were $96 to $1.83, and I called that market fully steady, maybe $1 or $2 lower on those poorer, thinner cows. In the bred cow division, we just didn't have a whole lot to test the market, but we did have some pretty good cows on offer. Give you a recap on what we did there. On those young solid mouth cows, we bring 2,100. We had some young solid mouth sharp cross cows bring 1,800, and then we had some short solid cows that were bringing anywhere from 1,750 up to 1,900. That's how we operated in Broken Bow on Thursday. On Friday, got in that calf feeder market in Burwell, and on the heifer division, we had some 524-pound heifers bring 277. Had some 507-pound heifers at 291. Had some 535-pound heifers at 259. Had some 476-pound heifers at 270. Had some 582-pound heifers at 253. And in the steer division, we had some 508-pound steers at 331. Had some 578-pound steers at 303. Had some 531-pound steers at 319. Had some 477-pound steers at 332. Had some 542-pound steers at 308. Had some 641-pound steers at 271. And had some 645-pound steers at 264. Called that market fully steady, maybe 10 higher in spots on some of those 5-weight cattle. This week we got 2 big days again back in Broken Bow and Burwell. Just a reminder, on Thursday in Broken Bow, we will not be selling any weigh-ups. We've got too big of a calf run. Again, this Thursday, we're looking at about 2,800 head of those calves. So no weigh-ups in Broken Bow on Thursday. If you got weigh-ups, I encourage you to take them to Burwell on Friday. You're going to have a big run of those calves, like I said, on Thursday. It's a Red Angus influence sale. Lots of replacement heifers on that sale. A lot of light calves to go back to grass. It's going to be a really good sale there on Thursday. And then on Friday, got a special weigh-up sale along with bred cows and bred heifers. Got one string of really nice A-eyed Red Angus heifers on that sale, along with some good strings of those bred cows. So you need information, I encourage you to go to the website. If not, give me a call, 308-872-1105.
All right, Drew, thanks a lot. It's always good to hear from you. I have a question for you before we let you go. I did run into your dad at a test plot this early fall out by Anselmo, and he was talking a lot about different things, but I never really did hear from him. Has he actually retired?
Depends on what you read. I don't think he's ever really worked.
Oh, boy.
Oh, Drew. Well, I'll let you guys work that out, Drew, and thanks a lot for talking to us today.
All right, thanks, guys.
Oh, I can't imagine those conversations in the barn between those two. That's got to be something to behold, doesn't it?
Yeah, I would agree.
Wow. Yeah, what a good bunch of people. All right, Brent and Dave with you here on The Breakfast Show. I haven't talked to Brent about this, but I did want to speak to a couple of things here this morning on The Breakfast Show, and I know sometimes it's hard to tell when we're serious and when we're kidding, but I think you'll know that we're serious here. As you may have heard, we lost one of our radio family, Tom Hilkemeyer, and there's a funeral service coming up for Tom tomorrow at 11 o'clock. There's a visitation tonight, and you can view that on Sandals Express or on the Govey Brothers website. And I think we're going to be a little short-handed because Jeremy's going to be off to the Nebraska Broadcasters Association meeting, and Brent and I certainly will want to be at that funeral service tomorrow. So there will not be a party line show tomorrow. We'll adjust that to where it's just music, and the information that you'll need will be there, but we'll be attending that service, which is actually at 11 o'clock tomorrow. So we'll want to give you a heads up on that because we'll, we'd shut the radio station down if we had to attend that. Tom goes back into the early, I was going through some pictures yesterday, and there's a picture of Tom and the crew at that time. My brother was working here, and Brent was here off and on, and we just go back that far. So I know that you folks out there who have had, losses in your family or losses in your work family, it's never an easy thing. And so what we try to do here, and I imagine a lot of you do the same, you start talking about all the good times you had and all the different things. And we did have the pleasure of having Tom on the Breakfast Show for his birthday a while back. And he was being taken care of up in Burwell Care Center. He's been fighting cancer for a number of years now. And he talked about Magnolia the goat and all the different things. And yesterday I found the article, the ad actually, well, I guess it was an article in the Horace Easterwood edition.
Oh, man.
With the x-ray picture of Tom's tummy. And you were alleged to have taken him to Loup City to the emergency room in the story so that people wouldn't know that who he was. And he was found afterwards, after the x-rays, signing autographs outside of the hospital, and the story went on. And of course that was a lot of Bob Bowles' storytelling, and we were spinning tales from Horace Easterwood, and I guess Tom kind of took the brunt of that. He'd been in the hospital right after, what was it? You guys got together and had some...
It was the Super Bowl. Tom invited me over to watch the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
And of course, listen, you're watching the Super Bowl, you have a lot of food out in front of you, And then unfortunately the next day, Tom ended up in the hospital the next day. And so, we there was a lot of fun that was had, as to why Tom was in the hospital, and we thought it might be related to all the food that we ate the night before at the Super Bowl party. So, a lot of great memories.
My oldest son, Chris, actually made the drawing that was in the Horse Easterwood.
Yes.
And there was all kinds of things floating around in Tom's tummy. I think there was, what did Bob write, 350 chicken wings or something like that.
Something like that.
Floating in blue cheese.
In blue cheese dressing, yes.
And, Tom was always a good sport about that.
He was a very good sport.
Matter of fact, we called him.
We talked to him, I think, from the hospital live on the breakfast show that next morning.
Exactly.
I believe,
yeah. And, of course, the story goes that, of course, Donna was, she's always worried about her family's health, including Tom's, and she was worried about him, with his stomach thing and whether he was going to be able to eat solid food for a while. And after that episode of the Super Bowl, and she didn't know that Tom was going to describe breakfast to us.
Yeah. We asked him, so what are you having for breakfast? And the list went on and on and on. There's pancakes and eggs and I think toast and bacon and who knows what else. So, that was funny.
Well, and I talked with Abby yesterday. She stopped out to see if we had some pictures. And, that's one of the things we didn't do a very good job of over the years, of taking pictures of all the things that we do every day. We just get to doing it, and pretty soon you don't think about documenting it. But I did find few pictures of Tom doing some interviews and so forth. But anyway, I told Abby, there's a lot of people don't realize when Tom came to work here, he came down from O'Neill, I believe, and he'd worked at a radio station in Albion with my brother. That was an upstart station. They were just trying to get it started, and Tom came down and applied, and Cheryl Smith hired him. I remember the day I sat in the office with Cheryl and Tom when he was being interviewed, and he come to work right away. And but the thing that I think it's hard to explain to people these days, because we have all these computers and we have all the audio and these you can play songs and walk away. Well, Tom was a news director, sports director, and he had an air shift.
Yes.
And we worked weekends back then because you had to have somebody here, so we all took shifts on the weekends. And so he did all those things pretty darn well all at once. But I told Abby every once in a while I would be driving and I would listen to Tom's shift, and I knew that he was doing something else, because when the record ended, he didn't always get it started again right away, because he was in the other room writing news.
Exactly, yeah.
And he had a lot of, doing sports and news together. You did a lot of late nights and long days, and Tom played hard. I mean, he loved to go out with his friends and bowl and play golf and all those sorts of things. So, every time we start talking about Tom, we start chuckling, because we had some fun times. Come out and do storm coverage, and then go to somebody's garage and have a party. It was a little different back then, but a
little bit.
Yeah, but we have great memories, and I know the family does too. And Tom got to spend a lot of time with his family, knowing that he was in a struggle, and so I'm sure they had some quality time. And he's not in pain anymore, and I'm guessing he's probably fishing or taking his second shot off tee number 2 or something. But anyway, he was a great part of our radio family, and he will be missed. But we will tomorrow, in Tom's honor, if, like I said, we'd shut the station down to go to the funeral service. We won't do that, but there will not be a Part of the Night show tomorrow. So,
and just one more quick thing about Tom.
Yeah.
If we've had a lot of comments over the years about the breakfast show theme,
right,
and how people enjoy the breakfast show theme. That theme really came from Tom. He was the one that discovered it. I think it's an instrumental from Molly and the Haymakers, if I remember correctly. And I think Tom brought it to you and Bob, and then you were the ones that added, the the chicken sounds and the cow mooing and all of that. But the breakfast show theme came from Tom.
It did. He found it. It had that rhythm with the milk hitting the bucket, and it was a great song. And we had fiddled with a couple of different songs before that. I remember one of the things we were using was Blue Sky by the Allman Brothers, some instrumentals things, and we'd use them for a year or so and then get kind of tired of them. But once Tom found the breakfast show theme, it's been a staple. And as a matter of fact, Abby asked for a copy of that yesterday so they could have that with some of the other music they're putting together, I think, for the visitation. But yeah, that was all Tom's discovery. And we added a few chickens and a few things, and it's been going, and we always liked it because after we started playing it, we got a lot of comments from parents that were taking their kids to school, and they loved to hear the rooster crow and the cow moo, and it was just perfect for this area, and he found that. So, and Tom found a lot of friends here. When he moved here, he was from another community, and it wasn't very long, and he was a part of the community, and had a lot of buddies he had here and a lot of friends, and we'll miss him. Tom Hilkemeyer.
Yep.
All right, it is 7:46. Come on in. No. You want me to take a break? Okay. We have a visitor in the lounge who wants to visit with us, so I'll get a little something going here. I got a little Beatles. It won't be long, and we'll find out what our guest in the lobby has on his mind. Stay tuned.
It won't be long, yeah. It won't be long, yeah. It won't be long, yeah, till I belong to you. Every night when everybody has fun, here am I sitting all on my own. It won't be long, yeah. It won't be long, yeah.
All right. Okay. In radio, you never know. And we just had a great conversation with Scott Reynolds, and we'll be visiting with him and a couple other gentlemen about Arise, which is a program which is available here in the area, and they'll explain that to us. And Brent and Scott and Tim will be in. And we expect Logan Gerard in here in just a little bit, so we're just going to go ahead and play the game.
Okay.
And we'll do that right after this.
Pearson Physical Therapy of Broken Bow is offering free arthritis evaluations during the week of November 13th through the 17th. Whether you've had it for years or the pain just started, Pearson Physical Therapy can help reduce the stiffness and pain of arthritis through hands-on treatment and targeted exercise. If you're interested in learning whether physical therapy can help with your arthritis, come in starting November 13th for a free evaluation. For more information, call to schedule at Pearson PT 308-872-5800.
The Get Up and Go Breakfast Show.
It's the best start to my day.
All right, 7:53, and we're going to play the game. We'll skip the menus today, and we'll catch up on those tomorrow. So remember, Brent,
Yes.
that tomorrow when we start reading them, it's Wednesday.
Okay, it'll be the 8th.
Yes.
Okay.
This is the 7th.
Yes, it is.
Okay.
Hey, it is Native American Heritage Month, so we're going to see what you know about people who are a significant part of our culture and the first Americans. My name is the same as my father's and his father's, and I am of the Ogallala Lakota. As a military strategist, I am regarded as one of the best. I participated and helped plan the most famous defeat of the Indian Wars, the Battle of the Little Bighorn. What was my name? Am I Crazy Horse, Sitting Bull, White Bull, or Geronimo? If you know, call us at 872-2801.
You're listening to the Get Up and Go Breakfast Show with Dave and Brent.
Harvest keeping you busy? If the meals you're putting together are lacking, the Tumbleweed Cafe in Broken Bow is the answer. Just call in your order and pick it up fast at the drive-thru window. Harvest means late nights, too. Let Tumbleweed Cafe take care of supper. Swing by before 6 p.m. to grab a ready-made casserole to cook up. Right now is the time to book their party room for the upcoming busy season, too. Open 6 a.m. to 4 p.m. daily for dine-in with daily lunch specials Monday to Friday and the Sunday buffet. The Wake and Bake Nook is open Monday to Friday till 6 as well at the Tumbleweed Cafe in Broken Bow.
7:54, no call, so I know it wasn't White Horse.
No.
It wasn't Geronimo.
No.
So
It was Crazy Horse.
Crazy Horse.
Yeah.
Now, there was a number of chiefs involved in that battle, so and I just read an article about George Custer here the other day.
Oh, really?
Yeah, there's some people that believe that he really wasn't all that good of a, strategist when it comes, and he got a little bit hasty.
Uh-huh.
Otherwise, he maybe would have kept his scalp.
Well, I've always wanted to go back out to South Dakota and see. Do you know how far along they are now on the Crazy Horse Monument?
I haven't been there for a while,
Brent.
It's amazing. They're doing a lot of work up there. It's changed a lot from when, at first it was kind of stuck for a while, and you could just see the arm pointing out.
Yeah.
But there's some things coming along. But I haven't been there for a while to see either. I'm sure we could look at some video or pictures, but they're blasting away, and you can go up there and take hikes. And I know that there's some families here that go up every year and hike up to the top and make a family gathering of it. It's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, pretty nice. 7:55 is our time. We're waiting the arrival of Aeroseed, and I'll see a couple of headlights pulling in. That might just be Logan or one of the members of the Aeroseed family and staff. In the meantime, Brent has some paperwork in front of him.
Since we have a moment, we'll give you a reminder that if you need some dry cleaning taken care of, don't forget the Cleaning Shack is right here in Broken Bow to help with your dry cleaning. They're located inside the Quilting Shack on East Highway 2. The drop-off deadline for your dry cleaning is tomorrow on Wednesday by 11:30, so you can have it back the following Wednesday. Also, they want you to know that this Saturday, November 11th, you won't want to miss the Quilting Shack's special hunt for savings deal. 50% off all Halloween, fall, and Christmas materials. Also, all clearance kits will be 50% off, too. That's this Saturday. They'll be open from 11 until 4 for your hunting. And that'll be at the Quilting Shack in Broken Bow. Again, if you have dry cleaning you need taken care of, make sure you drop it off at the Cleaning Shack, which is at the Quilting Shack on East Highway 2. Drop-off deadline for dry cleaning is tomorrow by 11:30.
Thanks, Brent. Jim is here from Arrow Seed. Jim, how are you?
Well, I'm good.
Good.
I'm good. You should have probably figured out that it was me coming instead of Logan, right?
Well,
you were... we're waiting for somebody from Arrow Seed.
Well, usually we kind of get into, I would say, a rhythm or,
Sure.
about know when Logan's going to arrive and that we're going to get some sort of a crazy joke. And
Yeah.
so, when it got a little bit later, I did kind of wonder if there was a switch up here.
I forgot about 8 o'clock school traffic.
Oh,
Holy cow.
It's pretty crazy, isn't it?
Yeah. Yeah. I
don't see it
waited
very
at 10th
often.
and Memorial for 5 minutes to turn.
And it felt more like 20.
Oh, geez.
Yes.
It's like
Yeah.
tick-tock,
It's
tick-tock.
pretty crazy at both the schools and at the North Park. It's packed and it's
Anyway.
a good time to be safe around those
That's
situations.
right.
Yeah,
I
be
may.
careful. Yeah,
Sorry I'm late.
That's all right. That's all right. You brought some notes with you. It's a beautiful time of year, Arrow Seed. I know you get a little bit of a lull here, but maybe not. Tell us.
No, we do. We do. Yeah, I just wanted to start by giving a shout out, a thank you to all our employees that make the rest of the year really easy.
Mm-hmm.
We have Lori, who's just done a great job up front with Logan, and Julie Dockhorn also helps up there, and she does a great job. Deb fills in when she needs, and of course Logan's always up there or on the phone a lot.
Yeah, I see him on the phone a lot when you walk in.
Yeah, taking care of either a retail customer or a wholesale customer. You never know. And then we have Jen and Robin and Trevor that are taking care of mostly our wholesale customers and doing a great job with those people, and a great warehouse crew. They make everything go, right? Right now we're cleaning seed mostly.
Okay.
She's doing a little bit of shipping, but mostly cleaning and bagging and getting things prepared for next year.
Well, when you drive either in front of Arrow Seed or between the two buildings, you get a chance to see the warehouse crew going back and forth and loading and unloading trucks, and they're really on the move. So,
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's always something going on. Right now it has slowed up. We're moving a little bit of CRP stuff for the dormant winter season plantings, and still putting a little bit of, we're still seeing a little bit of wheat and rye going in the ground. The soil temperature's still decent. I think those things will emerge and probably get a pretty good start yet this fall. Seems like it's a little late, but it's not uncommon for us to see that extend to almost the 1st of December. So there's time.
Okay, good.
Soil temperatures look like they're still in the mid 40s, which definitely will germinate a small grain pretty easy. So
Yeah, we just had the little downward trend there for a few days where it was 13 degrees one morning or 14.
Yeah.
Well, we've had a lot of sunshine during the day.
Yeah, I've been kind of watching the soil temps, and they've come back up. They were down closer to 40. I don't think they really got too much under it, but they've come back up 5 or 6 degrees, so that's good. Yeah, and as far as looking for next year, that's kind of what we're into right now. We're should have some early order and prepay programs out here in a couple weeks, by the 1st of December, I'm sure.
Mm-hmm.
And that gives everybody the option to plan ahead a little bit. It helps us plan ahead a little bit and kind of get a feel for what everybody out there's thinking about for next year. It helps us make sure we have the right supply available for everybody, and gives our customers a great opportunity to save some money and do some planning.
And do some plan ahead.
That always helps. That
Yeah.
always helps.
You mentioned 1st of December, and we've been kind of fighting it here on the Breakfast Show, but really, I heard a commercial this morning with the Christmas song in it.
Yeah.
And I know that there's some shopping that can take place at Arrow Seed for some of the processing things that you have in there.
Yeah, make great gifts.
Yeah,
Great
you
gifts.
have a lot of gift idea, bird feeders and all of that in there. Might be a good idea to stop in sooner than later and check that out, I would think.
Absolutely. Absolutely. We have a great supply of the LEM processing supplies and seasonings and just all kinds of equipment. A good supply of lawn and garden stuff, you know, if you want a flag or you want a doormat and those decorative things, they make good gifts too. And, bird feeders, of course.
Yeah, and a grill never hurts for a present because everybody gets to enjoy that.
Heck yeah. Yeah, grills and smokers. There's lots of options at Arrowseed. Yeah.
Logan always talks about the can cookers, which really make wonderful meals.
They're fun. They're easy. Yeah. Just a fun little way to fix up some really good food.
All right. Anything else you got a list there?
Oh, let's see. Not a whole lot. I would say also fencing supplies are moving pretty fast. Guys are, putting cattle out on stocks and moving calves around, and we've had a pretty good run on some stuff. I know Logan placed another order with Gallagher yesterday because some of the more popular stuff went out the door faster than he expected. So we should have that in here fairly soon. And a couple more days. So
we were talking real quick with Drew this morning with Burwell and Broken Bow Livestock. What a really nice fall we've had for getting the fall calf work done and all of that. But the harvest really, other than a few little hiccups, has been pretty smooth weather-wise and kind of a gradual. There's still some crops out there, but the way the weather forecast reads this week, they can kind of safely get out there and harvest, move those cattle around, get the fence up. And,
it seems like it's gone slow. I don't, for whatever reason, maybe because the weather's been so nice, it seems like we should have everything wrapped up by now, but there's still some corn out. I think there was some slow dry down problems. I'm not a corn guy, so I'm not gonna try to guess what's going on
crop
there.
You don't get involved in.
Not too much.
But the fencing side of it, still plenty of places to move those cattle and eat those stocks. And
it's a great time of year in Custer County, Nebraska, and we're glad to be here.
And next thing you know, the Girardins will be getting together for Thanksgiving, right?
I imagine we will.
And grandkids running everywhere.
You bet.
That's perfect, isn't it?
Yeah.
Nope. Jim, thanks a lot for coming in. Appreciate it.
Thank you. Sorry I was late.
No biggie here.
Time is very relevant, or irrelevant here,
all right,
Jim. Don't you worry about that.
All right. Well, thank you very much. You guys have a great day.
Arrowseed open Monday through Friday, full days, and a half day on Saturday. And you can also check out their website. Lots of good information there as well. News is next.
You are listening to the Get Up and Go Breakfast Show. Go, go, go! On KCNI, KBBN, Broken Bow, Nebraska.
CBS News Brief. Israel's prime minister speaks out in a TV interview 1 month after the war with Hamas began. CBS's Cammie McCormick.
Netanyahu says Israel will have overall security responsibility in Gaza for an indefinite period.
He also says Israel is open to little pauses in the fighting for humanitarian reasons. This is Election Day in the U.S., and voters in Ohio are deciding whether abortion should be included in the state constitution. CBS's Jerika Duncan is in Columbus.
The proposal would only allow the state to ban abortion after viability, which doctors generally consider to be around 22 to 24 weeks, except for when it's necessary to protect the life and health of the mother.
The Supreme Court hears arguments today in a case that asks,
can an order of protection be the basis for denying a gun license?
CBS News legal analyst Thane Rosenbaum. CBS News Brief. I'm Deborah Rodriguez.
In Nebraska news, 6 years after rampaging inmates started fires and killed 2 fellow prisoners at the Tecumseh State Prison, state prosecutors are trying again to find someone guilty of the crimes. A second trial of an inmate charged with first-degree murder, Eric Ramos, is scheduled to begin November 13th after an initial trial in 2018 ended in a mistrial. Ramos, age 33, has pleaded not guilty and maintained during the first trial that he was a victim of mistaken identity in the death of one of the inmates, 31-year-old Michael Galindo. Galindo, according to an autopsy, was stabbed more than 130 times, though his official case of death was smoke inhalation. The riot was sparked when prison officials found an intoxicated inmate and then initiated cell searches for homemade hooch made by prisoners. Prosecutors have said that at least 4 inmates may have been involved in the slaying, but Ramos was the only inmate who's been charged. That's Nebraska News.
From the Fox Sports Studios in Los Angeles, here's Kevin Wyatt.
Monday Night Football. Chargers zap the Jets 27-6 behind 2 touchdowns from Austin Eckler. They also got a score on a punt return by Darius Davis. LA is now 4-4. The Jets also 4-4, and they're both a game out of the final wild card spot in the AFC among a bunch of teams fighting for playoff positioning. In the NBA, Nikola Jokic notches his 108th career triple-double as the Nuggets beat the Pelicans 134-116. The Joker with 35 points, 14 rebounds, 12 assists as he surpasses LeBron James for the 4th most career triple-doubles, and he's got 30 to go before he catches Magic Johnson, who is at number 3. And in college basketball, it's getting started this week. We already seen an upset in East Lansing. Down go the number 4 Michigan State Spartans. James Madison beats them 79-76.
Here's a look at your weatherology forecast. For today, we'll have sunny to partly cloudy conditions with high temperatures working up to 67. We'll have our winds eventually turning to the northwest at 10 to 15. Then for tonight, partly cloudy, dropping back to a low of 38. On the breezy and cooler side for your Wednesday, we're back in the mid-50s for high temperatures. Thursday, lots of sunshine up to 55. From the Weatherology Weather Center, I'm staff meteorologist Michael Caro.
This statement has not been evaluated by the FDA. This product is not intended to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent any disease.
When it comes to my lifestyle and diet, I don't always make the smartest choices.
Touchdown! Woo! Hey, how about another round and some more chips?
But when it comes to taking care of my liver, I do make one very smart choice. Active liver tablets from New Nordic. I used to have real issues with my liver, and at my last checkup, my doc was concerned about my numbers. But since adding a once-a-day active liver tablet, my gut's better, I feel great, and my doctor's happy. I ask a lot of my liver, so the least I can do to say thanks is a daily dose of Active Liver.
Active Liver is one of many award-winning health products from New Nordic, the #1 supplier of dietary supplements in Scandinavia. Purchase at Amazon.com or for a volume discount, visit NewNordicUSA.com. Available as a tablet or delicious sugar-free gummy. Protect and help your liver the easy and effective way with Active Liver at Amazon or NewNordicUSA.com.
It is 9 minutes past the hour of 8 o'clock, 42 degrees outside. Cloud cover moving in again this morning. Winds out of the southwest, light so far. Barometric pressure rising at 2981. Humidity at 87%. High yesterday was a beautiful 68 with an overnight low of 37. Sunset today at 5:28. Sunrise tomorrow morning 7:18 Central Standard Time. 22 hundredths of precipitation recorded over the weekend. Looking good out there. And we have our next guest in the studio, and so far we're all getting along fine, aren't we, Brent?
I think so, yeah. I hope so, anyway.
Yeah. No, we have a special guest in to talk about Arise, and I'll let you jump in, Brent.
We have Scott Reynolds with us, Brent Custer, and Tim Moran. Nice to have all three of you guys here.
Thank you.
We're here to talk about the Arise men's event, so let's just start right with that. What is the event, and when will it take place?
It takes place on November 19th. It's an afternoon event on that Sunday, November 19th. It's at Homeward Trails Bible Camp, just north of Mason City, Nebraska. It's really taken off. It's centered around the Ever Man and Warrior Bible study, and this is not just a traditional Bible study group for men. It revolves around all of our troubles in all of our lives. It revolves around marriage, raising kids, being a better person in the workplace, just us in general, as the struggles that we as men have on a daily basis. And we have a very powerful lineup of speakers coming in. One of them sitting in the room, but the others are people from the staff from Every Man and Warrior. But our keynote is Dr. Sam Behringer. I know him as a veterinarian, but Sam comes to us from Colorado. He's a very decorated serviceman, involved with Navy SEAL, Army Rangers. Gives a pretty powerful story about the struggles that he sees in the military and in men in general. And I think it'll be a very uplifting and potentially life-changing event if people attend.
Yeah. Is there a cost for the event? And if so, how much?
There is. It's $20. They got to go to everymanawarrior.com and register for the Rise event. It's $20. That covers your materials, if you will, plus a meal. And the awesome thing we have going on with our planning group right now is we're kind of bumping up on maxing out the facility, which is an awesome problem to have. And so it's a problem, but it's a good problem.
Yeah. I don't want to put either one of you on the spot, but would you guys? Scott says, "Well, I've done my part." Scott says, but could you guys just share maybe personally how you got involved with this, and maybe what this event and the organization has meant to you personally? Can I ask that?
Absolutely. I got involved because of Tim sitting over here, and he kind of mentioned it to me, and then I just kind of took the ball and ran with a few people and went through the Bible study myself. And then I've went through the first book 4 times, and I've never gotten to book 3. So it's just a very powerful thing to watch other people, not necessarily young men, but men who are new to Christ, and watching them, because we all have this yearning to know Christ, but we don't know how to do it. And I believe that this book is a roadmap for teaching us how to be men in a society that is trying to not let us be real men. And you know, this Bible study teaches us how to be men, and to how to better be a father, how to better be a husband. And you know, the men who have gone through it, I don't know how many wives have come up to me and said, "Hey, thank you." I've seen a change, and that's awesome. I love to see that. It's exciting to see, and we believe, and correct me if I'm wrong, Scott, 300 or 400 people is what we have went through book 1 in Custer County. So it's making an impact. We encourage people to get involved, and you know, they don't have to have gone through this Bible study to go to this event on the 19th. Mm-hmm. We're super excited. I think we're up to 120 people have registered. 150. Well, I know, but do we have 150 so far?
Registered.
We do. So yes,
wow.
we are bumping up. So if you know somebody who wants to go, let us know. But even if it becomes full and you know somebody, or you are somebody who wants to go through this, reach out to us. Look us up. I'm Brent Custer, Scott Reynolds, Tim Moran. You can get on the website. Our names are on there. And look us up, because we'd love to plug you in somewhere.
So the thing that you'll find in this book, it's written by somebody from Lincoln, Nebraska. Mm-hmm. And when you're going through this study, you'll understand that it's got Midwest roots. It's just the way it speaks to you. Tim, would you agree with that?
Yeah, absolutely. That's what I loved about it, is like whenever you open it up, a lot of times you get material and it's like, oh, wow, this guy's from New York and he's talking about Nebraska, and it is totally unrelatable. No, this guy is from here that wrote the first 3 books in this series. And he knows the men here probably just as good as anybody. So he knows the struggle. We all have struggles. Now, whether or not we want to admit it is a whole nother ball of wax. But he was just from here, and it's just like when you go through there, you could take everything that he had written in the book, and it's very biblically based, but it's also very practical. So if you're a rancher or a plumber, or you work at a radio, all the stuff is useful that you could, it just helps make you to be a better man, but it's so much more than that. It's to make you a Christ-centered type of a man who lives for something beyond today. and lives beyond something for this life, lives for the eternal.
As I listen to you guys talk, one thing that comes out to me, it sounds non-denominational.
Correct.
Right?
Correct.
Okay. And no matter where you're at in your Christian walk, right?
Correct.
Yeah, that's pretty neat.
In our group that we had this last fall, winter, and spring, we tried to stop just because of agriculture is the center of the world in Nebraska, or this area, and we stopped our Bible study in late May, and but in our group there was eight young men in our group last year, and I think there was at least 5 denominations represented, and so it doesn't. I mean, it's for Christ. It's not for one church or the other church.
Yeah. Now, you guys have been talking about groups. Aside from the event that we'll get back to here in a moment, are there groups with this organization that people can get plugged into?
Absolutely.
Okay.
That's the big thing is, if you feel that you want to get involved in something like this, we encourage you to, because we can find you a group no matter where your walk is. I mean, you could be a 50-year-old man and never, stepped in a church before. We have a group that we could plug you into. So, don't. It's one of those things where don't fear the unknown, because it's a very welcoming environment, and you will prosper from this, and society will prosper because you did too.
It amazed us, Brent, last year when we kind of had a little planning group and invited some young, I'm talking 20 to 40-year-old men of Custer County in, and we had a hamburger feed at Brent's house and invited them, and the turnout rate, I shouldn't say the turnout rate, the sign-up rate was incredibly high for that event. But then we had about 20 more that said, I heard about this, I want to be involved. And we thought that was great. But then after doing this, we found out there was like 26 or 27 groups going on in Custer County last fall, winter, spring, which really warmed our hearts.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Great. Back to the event itself, I think it's cool that you're having it at Homeward Trail.
Yeah.
If people have not been to Homeward Trail Bible Camp lately, just outside Mason City, the improvements and what they have done out there in the past, I'm going to say 5, even 10 years, absolutely amazing what has been going on out there.
Cole Leach and the crew is an amazing team.
Yeah.
I hadn't been down there for quite a while either, and was down there this summer, and it's like, holy Moses, this is crazy, the stuff they're doing on a kind of a limited budget. So a lot of it's just donations, and Cole's doing a great job, Philip's doing a great job down there, and we commend them. And I'm sure we're going to have a donation can at this event, just because people are going to be in awe about the power this can have because it's centered around youth for this area, youth and other men's groups and women's groups and et cetera. But that's amazing that they're doing what they're doing down there on a kind of limited budget.
Yeah. Okay, so the event is Arise, and it is scheduled for the 19th of November.
Correct.
Right. And registration is kind of getting full, so if men want to be a part of it, they need to get registered as soon as possible.
Yes.
The 9th is the cutoff that we have, so we can make sure that the guy who's catering it can have plenty of food. And you probably should talk about Dave's barbecue just a little bit, because that's going to be, this is not some church potluck meal that you're going to be getting. We all know what those are like. Sometimes those are great and sometimes not so great. But Dave's barbecue is Bubba's barbecue. Sorry. It is, I don't know anything about it, so you tell them.
It's going to be a pulled pork, cheese potatoes. Shane has award-winning beans, corn, and some kind of a dessert kind of deal. But Shane Miller, he's a good friend of mine, and he will do a fantastic job with the meal, and it'll be worth it just attending, just to have Shane's awesome barbecue.
When you're describing it, that's a man's meal right there, man.
Absolutely.
we can make you into a lineman, Brent, if you attend.
Really?
Yeah.
You think so?
Yeah.
All right. Well, I want you to know, I want to attend. I really do. So I'll talk to you guys later and find out how I can
I've been
get signed
challenged.
up.
We've been challenged this morning on a text group that we need to have Dave Burney and Brent Aspergen there. And there's some cash on the line, so
really?
you guys need to sign up.
Wow,
that's kind of interesting. But yeah, put like I'll talk to you when we're off the air.
Sure.
But yeah, I would love to attend. Sounds like a great event. Anything else you guys want to mention that we haven't touched on yet regarding the event, or just the group
big thing? I think we
itself?
brought it up, but I don't think we brought it up enough. Is it even if you've been through it, or if you're considering it, if you just want to come and watch and see what's going on, that's what this is for. Just to wet your mouth, and hopefully you get involved in the future.
Absolutely.
Is there a chance, since this has filled up so quickly, that you're in the back of your minds talking about putting another one on in the
If
in the
Dave
future?
Burney attends this one, we will.
Oh, jeez. You sound like my mother.
No, we're already setting the stage for having something again next year. Maybe more of a summer type of event, and it. I mean, like Brent said, we love the Homeward Trails Bible Camp, but the capacity's at a certain limit, and we hope we can do it next year and have it at a location here in Custer County.
Yeah.
Our Facebook page, we forgot to mention that. It's a 4-county Every Man a Warrior. Go to it. There's some videos that all three of us have done and several others have done. And I think if you're even on the fence at all after watching those videos, I think, in my opinion, Tim's video on that Facebook was one of the first ones, but it really set the stage of why, if you will.
Now, you mentioned, Scott, that one of the speakers is in this room, which
no.
I
Tim's
think
pointing at
everybody.
Brent.
I was going to say, I think they all
Tim.
pointed at each other. That's interesting.
No, Tim is, and you can why don't you share a little bit about what you're going to talk about?
Yeah, so I'm going to be talking about the power of discipleship, but I'm going to kind of set the stage with kind of talking about dead man's bones. I think that when you kind of look at just the culture here in central Nebraska, here in Custer County, you talk about some amazing men in this community, ranchers, farmers, just so resilient. But if you look deep in their eyes and you spend time with them, there's something missing, something kind of hollow, almost like just a dead man walking. And if that's where we leave the story, that's pretty sad. But I think God wants to do something pretty incredible here in central Nebraska and throughout our whole nation to help men come to life. And so that's what I'm going to talk about, is just talking about how God is moving and his spirit is doing something, but we've got to join him in that. And he's gonna raise up an army. He's going to raise up men who are going to just change the world. And I believe it could start right here in Custer County. And that's what I'm going to talk about. It's going to be about 30 minutes. I'm kind of I love to share stories, but like just yesterday I was out on a little hike and I came up on a whole bunch of dead cow bones, and they were just as bleached white as possible. And then I saw a bunch of feathers, so I knew somebody had just harvested some buffalo wings right there where I was at. But it was kind of a picture of what we're seeing here. It's like we all know what those bones are about, but is that what we're content with, just seeing men who are just seem like they're hollow? Do we want to see men who are full and have reached their purpose and find out what they're made for, and then to live beyond just this life, but live for the eternal?
All right. And how do the, and I'm thinking they better do it in a hurry, how do they get involved in this again?
Go to everymanawarrior.com, and in the events tab, there's 5 or 6 events that they have pop up, and sign up for the Arise event, and it takes a credit card, obviously, and just sign up, and you better do it pretty quick.
Yeah, I was going to say. And then that includes the program and the meal?
Correct.
All together.
Correct.
All right.
It's basically going to be 4 to 5 hours on that Sunday. It's pretty tight schedule, I'll tell you that right now. But it's 4 to 5 hours, and I think it'll be very impactful 4 to 5 hours in your life.
All right. Thanks, guys. Appreciate you coming in.
Thank you for doing it. Thank you.
All right.
Thank you for everything you do for the community.
Oh, it's our pleasure. It's our pleasure. Brent Custer, Scott Reynolds, and Tim Moran, our guests this morning with Arise. better get online and get those reservations made in a hurry. We'll be right back after these words.
Do you have a laundry list of projects to do around your home? Refresh your space by completing that list of home improvement projects with the help of a HELOC from Bruning Bank. If an updated look is not enough and you're ready to buy a new home, we can help with that too. Navigating a home purchase can be confusing, but it doesn't have to be. Let our friendly, experienced staff guide you to owning the home of your dreams. You can apply in person, online at bruningbank.com, or give us a call at 308-872-2757 to get started. Bruning Bank, Equal Housing Lender, NMLS 473773, member FDIC.
Gary's Superfoods, South B Street in Broken Bow. Save on Open Acres boneless, skinless chicken breast, $2.99 a pound. Also $2.99 a pound are Chairman's Reserve Premium Boneless Pork Loin Roasts. For a quick, nutritious snack, Yoplait yogurts are 10 for $5. For a chilly day, Campbell's Chunky Soups are $1.99 each. An easy toss into the oven meal is Tombstone Pizzas, 2 for $8. Gary's Superfoods in Broken Bow, open every day from 7 a.m. to 9 p.m. Online at GarySuperfoods.com.
Make us part of your morning routine.
Just really great music, and you guys are fun and active and lively and just a good station.
Central Nebraska wakes up with Dave and Brent on The Breakfast Show.
Well, hello, everybody. I tell you what, Big Iron sales folks have been super busy. In fact, we'll be selling over 9,000 acres between now and the end of the year. And if you are looking for land in Nebraska, in Kansas, in Iowa, in Minnesota, in South Dakota, in Illinois, in Indiana, in Missouri, in Oklahoma, land will be selling on bigiron.com. And you have a great opportunity to buy hunting property, pivot irrigated farmland, dry cropland, some wonderful ranch land properties. Dial up the Big Iron website and SullivanAuctioneers.com for all the latest information on all these properties that will be selling. Now let's get started. We've got today selling land in Porter County, Indiana. We've also got land selling in Beltrami County, Minnesota. And we've got our feeder cattle auction this afternoon at 1 o'clock. Tomorrow on Wednesday, 1,295 items will sell to the highest bidder, including a really nice retirement sale in Winfield, Kansas. We'll be selling for Russell and Penny Miller. They've got 34 high-quality items, a Gleaner S77 combine, a Bueller Versatile 340 four-wheel drive tractor. There's a white 9816 series 16-row 30 air planter. It's a 2014 year model. They've got 51-foot field cultivators and sunflower heavy-duty disc selling on this sale. They got some lime fertilizer spreaders as well selling on their retirement sale. If you are looking for quality equipment, folks, the equipment is in Winfield, Kansas, and you can contact the owner and ask questions. They're selling a Challenger MT655B mechanical front tractor as well on their retirement sale. We've also got a huge sale featuring some real good quality equipment that's coming from Illinois. Greenmark Equipment LLC will sell 2 John Deere 9RX 640 quad track tractors. These are 640 horsepower quad tracks. They're 2022 and 2023 year models. They're also selling 2 2022 John Deere 8R 250 mechanical front tractors. They're low hours. These things are something special. Please dial up the Big Iron website and bid on these tractors. And then we get to Thursday of this week, where Rex Mahoney on the real estate side of the business will sell 791 acres of Howard County, Nebraska land in 5 different tracts. This is pivot irrigated farmland, folks. That's located north of St. Laborie. And Rex Mahoney will be in the St. Paul Civic Center in St. Paul, Nebraska on Thursday morning answering questions about these outstanding opportunities. Everything sells to the highest bidder. We encourage you to dial up the Big Iron website for the latest information. Once again, this land sells on Thursday, November the 9th. And by golly, it's here again. Rifle season for your deer hunting starts on Saturday. And on Friday, there'll be 2 properties selling some leasing rights. So the hunting leasing rights for 1,300 acres in Wheeler County, Nebraska, and 640 acres in Loup County, Nebraska will be leased via the auction platform on bigiron.com. That lease concludes at 10 o'clock in the morning here on Friday, November the 10th. We've also got a football game in Lincoln, Nebraska versus Maryland. So we encourage anybody who wants to go to that game to stop by the Big Iron tailgate on the west side of the stadium, underneath the viaduct in lot number 7. You'll see all the yellow flags in the yellow tents. Come on over pregame to that good social activity. Folks, we have a lot of land and a lot of machinery selling and some really nice livestock packages selling on bigiron.com between now and the end of the year. And we have got a tremendous lineup of equipment and land to be sold after the first of the year. So if you want to have a discussion about selling your machinery sale, maybe you just have a couple pieces. Maybe you want to sell some farmland or some ranch land. If you do, you can pick up the phone and call us. Our number is 402-564-3369 or toll free 1-800-937-3558. It's going to be a busy week, and the weeks after that, and the week after that, all the way up to Thanksgiving and Christmas. Thank you so much for being a buyer, being a seller, being a watcher on bigiron.com.
All right, thank you, Mark. Mark Stock with Big Iron Auction Company right here on the Get Up and Go Breakfast Show. Here's Brandy Carlisle, a song called The Story.
At Geared for Sports, the more you spend, the more you save. Spend $50, save 10%. Spend $100, save 20%. Spend $150 or more, and you save 30% on your purchase. It's never too early to get a start on that Christmas list. Make the shopping simple and stress-free. Go to Geared for Sports on the west side of the square in Broken Bow. Buy more, save more at Geared for Sports in Broken Bow, now through November 8th.
In the morning, you are awakened by the twitter of a little bird.
Now it's Dave and Brent.
I knew there was a reason I got out of bed this morning.
The Get Up and Go Breakfast Show on KCNI KBBN.
8:37. You're listening to The Breakfast Show, and Brent peeked outside. It's foggy out there.
It looked like it, yeah. Drive with care.
Man, it was clear. Stars were shining this morning. Cloud cover moved in, much like yesterday, and now we have a little fog. So, yes, please drive carefully out there. It is Election Day in our country, but not everywhere. Today's Election Day in Kentucky, Louisiana, and Mississippi, and they'll choose governors as well as some other key leaderships, while Ohio is considering whether to legalize recreational pot for adults over 21. There's also tribal elections, including the principal chief of the Cherokee Nation. And 16 big cities in this election will vote for mayor today. So a section of our country having Election Day. International Merlot Day.
Merlot.
Like, as in wine.
Oh, okay. Sorry.
The answer to the question is, why is Mommy's teeth so red? It's the Merlot, the grape. It's one of the most widely grown on the planet, but no one eats it. It's made mostly, if not completely, for Merlot wine. Why is Mommy's teeth red? Could be her lipstick dripped. It's also National Bittersweet Chocolate with Almonds Day. Now, the question, do you like the Almond Joy bar?
No.
I do not either.
It's the coconut.
Same here.
Yeah. Now, I will eat a Hershey's almond candy bar.
Mm-hmm.
But, yeah, Almond Joy, no.
Well, they're both very, very healthy. Almonds and chocolate do have health benefits if you don't go overboard on the chocolate. But they did say it's a less exciting alternative to the Almond Joy bar, but I disagree. I think I'm with you. I just want the almonds and the chocolate.
Yes.
Birthdays, Joni Mitchell, iconic Hall of Fame Canadian singer-songwriter, who probably was a inspiration for the young lady you just heard, Brandi Carlile. Joni Mitchell is 80 today.
Wow. What was her big hit?
Oh, let's see. She had a few, but the one was about paved a parking lot one. That was the one you're thinking of, I think.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah. I think the Counting Crows, I was looking for that, actually.
Oh, is she the one that did and put up a parking lot? She's the one that did that?
That was her big radio hit. Christopher Knight. Do you remember him?
Christopher Knight.
Doesn't ring a bell?
Peter Brady.
Yeah,
yes.
I knew you'd know that.
Okay.
He's 66 today.
Oh, my goodness.
Yeah.
Peter on the Brady Bunch is 66.
Yeah.
Wow.
I knew you'd know that.
What?
Well,
I watched the Brady Bunch growing up. Still do, actually.
I figured.
I love the Brady Bunch.
Well, it's free country for the most part, so go for it, man.
Yeah.
Johnny Rivers. I had a Johnny Rivers album back in the late 60s, and I would play it quite a bit because it had this song on it. Johnny Rivers, that one a big hit for him called Memphis. He also had Secret Agent Man, but he had many other fine pieces of work. Some of those songs made it to the radio, some did not, but Johnny Rivers, very talented songwriter and performer, 81 years old today.
So with it being Christopher Knight's birthday, and he was Peter on the Brady Bunch, are you going to play? Are you going to play the Brady Bunch? And I mean the kids singing. You know, they had a couple of hits. Are you going to play Sunshine Day?
Oh, shit!
Come on, Dave. Come on. We want to hear Sunshine Day. Sunshine Day. Everybody's smiling. Sunshine Day. Come on. Do it. It'll brighten everybody's day and make everybody smile. I loved those episodes when the kids would sing. I did.
You know, folks, if you haven't noticed here on The Breakfast Show, Brent and Dave are not alike hardly at all. Our tastes don't run.
No, that would be very true. Yes. Although I have to say, you have sent during my, well, I think I can say many years now.
Yeah, you can.
Here at KCNI, KBBN, I have been introduced to, especially from the music side, different things that have kind of changed my taste a little bit. I'll never forget when I first arrived here, I had absolutely no clue who Santana was. Santana, yeah, you and Bob were talking about Santana. I'm like, who's that? And I think that both of you about fainted. Oh, what, you don't know who Santana is? So now I do, and I've a lot of my musical tastes have changed a little bit because of your influence.
Well, the beautiful thing about good old KCNI, KBBN is that we can play country and we can play rock. We could even play the Brady Bunch if we wanted to.
Oh, come on, Dave, do it. Sunshine Day.
Oh.
Everybody's smiling.
People, help me.
Sunshine Day.
Help me, help me, help me.
And lots of times at the grocery store, you'll see someone who you haven't seen in a while.
Right.
And you'll have a discussion. You say hi, and the next thing you know, you try to, get out of people's way, and you have a nice visit with somebody. Okay?
Mm-hmm.
The visit is over. You take off. They go their direction. You go yours. You continue your shopping experience in the grocery store. A little while later, you meet each other in another aisle of the store. Now, you've already had a discussion, okay? What's the protocol? Do you say hi again? Do you kind of wave and smile? Do you just walk by each other because you've already had a visit,
Mm-hmm.
That's always made me uncomfortable. I don't know what to do sometimes. What does Dave Burney do?
Well, you could say something like, fancy meeting you here.
Oh, there you go. Okay.
Or deja vu.
Yeah.
Or
because it can happen more than once.
Oh, yeah.
You can you see each other in the produce section, and then the next thing you know, two over by the meat department, you see each other again,
mm-hmm.
and then you're meeting each other for a third or fourth time in another aisle.
And this is one you could use if you feel it's appropriate. You could say, gosh, I'm sorry. I know you didn't want to see me the first time.
Yeah. Okay. So Dave's protocol is have
a brief.
Have humor with it.
Yeah, just a brief humor going, hey, it's funny seeing you here again.
Now, I posed the question to Christy, and Christy said, well, if you see him, you can just turn around and go to another aisle. Just avoid him.
Well,
you've already talked to him.
That's a different philosophy,
but everybody has their own way of doing it. But so it creates pressure for me because I just don't know what to do sometimes. Because I don't want to be rude.
No, you don't.
But at the same time, we just had a very pleasant, enjoyable visit.
Yeah, I think in small town America, you just make a kind of laugh and make a little comment. Good to see you again, or something like that. Larger places, you don't have to worry about it because you didn't speak the first time.
Exactly.
You don't have to worry about protocol there. This came in from Lois. Lois says, play Sunshine Day. Oh, the memories.
Yes. Wait, I'm with Lois.
Now,
Come
Lois,
on.
you put me on the spot.
Play Sunshine Day.
Well, it's news time right now.
Okay, I'll give you a chance to find it.
Okay. All righty. News is next.
You are listening to the Get Up and Go Breakfast Show. Go, go, go! On KCNI, KBBN, Broken Bow, Nebraska.
CBS News Brief. Voters are heading to the polls to choose governors, legislators, and in Ohio to decide on whether to add abortion protections to the state constitution. University of Cincinnati poli-sci professor David Niven.
This is going to say something to the nation about the degree to which voters wanted, accept, and want to see, abortion limitations pursued.
It's been 1 month since Hamas militants invaded Israel, triggering a war. Once it's over, Prime Minister Netanyahu says Israel will have overall security responsibility in Gaza indefinitely. Middle East analyst Aaron David Miller.
It suggests to me that this conflict is going to go on not just for weeks, but for months.
A major flexible workspace company has filed for bankruptcy. CBS's Jared Hill.
WeWork was valued at $47 billion back in 2019 before business began to decline.
CBS News Brief. I'm Deborah Rodriguez.
From the Fox Sports Studios in Los Angeles, here's Monty Bolaños.
Behind two rushing touchdowns from Austin Eckler and a punt return touchdown, the Chargers beat the Jets 27-6 in New York for Monday Night Football.
It's a team game. You want all three phases. Obviously, special teams giving up 7 is not good. It's been a pretty dominant group, I feel like, all year, and it's just to let up that touchdown to that kid. And he's a special returner, which we knew going in. Yeah, we got a championship defense. I know we do. We got a young offense, a lot of moving parts. And I get the frustration. Trust me, I do. But we just got to keep trying to find ways to get better. And we got a game coming up Sunday. Got a quick turnaround. So
that was Jets head coach Robert Saleh. Both teams are now 4-4. In the NBA, the Minnesota Timberwolves have handed the Boston Celtics their first loss of the season, coming out on top 114-109. And another triple-double for Nikola Jokic as the Nuggets beat the Pelicans 134-116.
Here's a look at your weatherology forecast. For today, we'll have sunny to partly cloudy conditions with high temperatures working up to 67. We'll have our winds eventually turning to the northwest at 10 to 15. Then for tonight, partly cloudy, dropping back to a low of 38. On the breezy and cooler side for your Wednesday, we're back in the mid-50s for high temperatures. Thursday, lots of sunshine up to 55. From the Weatherology Weather Center, I'm staff meteorologist Michael Caro.
This statement has not been evaluated by the FDA. This product is not intended to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent any disease.
When it comes to my lifestyle and diet, I don't always make the smartest choices. Touchdown! Woo! Hey, how about another round and some more chips? But when it comes to taking care of my liver, I do make one very smart choice. Active liver tablets from New Nordic. I used to have real issues with my liver, and at my last checkup, my doc was concerned about my numbers. But since adding a once-a-day active liver tablet, my gut's better, I feel great, and my doctor's happy. I ask a lot of my liver, so the least I can do to say thanks is a daily dose of Active Liver.
Active Liver is one of many award-winning health products from New Nordic, the #1 supplier of dietary supplements in Scandinavia. Purchase at Amazon.com or for a volume discount, visit newnordicusa.com. Available as a tablet or delicious sugar-free gummy. Protect and help your liver the easy and effective way with Active Liver at Amazon or newnordicusa.com.
9:05. I think, Brent, I'm going to invent a new drug, Active Ankle.
Yeah?
So that you can take a pill for your ankle.
Okay.
Hi, ladies.
Good morning. Good morning.
Felicia and Jody are here from Off-Broadway Assisted Living. And I would like you to put the headphones on, if you would, please, at this time. Okay.
Why are we playing this game?
Well,
uh-oh.
It's all right. We got it. It was a little hot. All right, now I got to do this, see if it works.
There's one simple vision.
Oh, there's a commercial.
Playing an ad first. That's all right. It'll allow you to skip it here in a second.
Okay. Smith.
Yeah, here we go.
Think I'll go for a walk outside now. The summer sun's calling my name. I hear you now, I just can't stay inside all day. I gotta get out, give me some of those rays. Everybody's smiling.
Sunshine day.
Everybody's laughing.
Sunshine day.
Everybody seems so happy today.
It's a sunshine day.
I'll go for a walk outside now. The summer sun knows me by name. He's calling me, I gotta get up, gotta get out my day.
You're feeling better now, aren't you, Bernie?
Get away, get away, get away. Into the sunshine. Don't you dig the sun?
I think this is Bobby taking the lead.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, and you faded it out.
Yeah, I couldn't take it anymore.
You can't do that to the Brady Bunch. What are you doing? That is like...
I was going to get sick and have to throw up in the wastebasket.
Oh, man. You faded out Sunshine Day. I can't believe you did that.
Well, go ahead.
We needed it today.
Yeah.
You need a little sunshine?
See?
Yeah.
Made you feel good, didn't it?
It did.
Ladies,
I felt like that could have been my theme song. I need some sunshine rays. I really do.
Well, I could pull it up and we could play it again later. I was having a little trouble with the left-hand channel.
Oh.
So I was having a little bit of technical difficulties, and that's why I faded it out.
Oh, sure, yeah. Good story.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
That's it for me.
That would be like me fading out a Neil Young song for you. You would be extremely upset if I ever did that.
Not so much as I would have used to been, because I haven't really been too fond of Neil since he dumped his wife with cancer for the mermaid.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry, I didn't know that. Didn't know any of that stuff.
What's her name? Hannah, the mermaid, played the mermaid.
Daryl Hannah?
Daryl Hannah.
Really?
Yeah.
She and Neil Young are together?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, man, I didn't know that.
Really?
I didn't know.
Huh.
Yeah. And his wife was ill, and I don't know if she's still alive.
That's really sad.
That's very sad.
Yeah.
Well, what an interesting start to our discussion, huh?
Yeah.
We're visiting with Off-Broadway. Jody and Felicia are here. How are you, ladies?
Good.
Good. Things going well at Off-Broadway?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah? A lot of things happening?
Yes,
You think
lots.
you think you could play the Sunshine song at Off-Broadway for the folks there? Would they like that song?
They probably would, yeah.
Part of your activities?
How many kids did you have show up for Halloween?
We had quite a few. We didn't have a lot the first hour, but after that, it was a big hit. People are still coming in after 5.
That's good.
Yeah.
Good.
And the residents were just super ecstatic about it. Passing it. They were all sitting in a circle and getting to see all the kids and passing out all the candy. So
That's good. Yeah. Well, that's great to see that interaction between your residents and the community, the younger generation. So
Yes.
that's good. A lot of things coming up now with Thanksgiving right around the corner. The holidays are coming up on us. So I'm sure kind of a festive atmosphere right now is what I'm guessing.
yes, and we actually tomorrow, right? Tomorrow's Wednesday. Yes, tomorrow from 1 p.m. to 3 p.m. we are going to be hosting bowling at Pleasure Lanes. We're really excited. I have at least 13 to 15 that said that they're coming. So don't forget to call in and let us know. We still have a chance to, get your name down and to let us know that you're going to be there for tomorrow. We're really excited about that. We're going to be giving away prizes.
Okay.
And we're going to have some snacks and some cookies. So it's going to be fun. And even if you don't want to bowl and you just want to come and talk to the residents and, and eat some snacks and win some prizes, you're more than welcome to come.
Okay. I'm glad you said that because that was going to be one of my questions. If maybe someone didn't want to bowl but still wanted to come and take advantage of the interaction, if they could still do that. So.
Yes, we have a few of them that said that they're coming, but they're not able to bowl. And I said, well, still come and, we'd love to chit chat with you. That's what it's about,
In that case, do you still encourage them to let you know ahead of time that they're planning to come, even if they're not bowling? Or
yes, just so we know how many snacks and stuff that we need to bring. Okay. So, yeah.
All right, good.
Yeah.
Let's see. As far as availability for rooms, are we close to full, Jody, or still a couple of rooms available?
We've still got some available right now.
Okay.
Just call us and come in and do a tour and get $25 gift card.
Yeah, we have a couple of tours today, and we have a few people on our list. So, if you want to come get a spot, come. The sooner the better. So that way you're not put on a waiting list to come stay with us,
Okay.
So,
job opportunities, availability as far as employment goes, are you kind of getting the staff where you want it, Jody? I'm sure it's kind of a fluid situation sometimes, but...
It is. So we need an RN consultant part-time. Right now, that's about it.
Wow, that's good.
Yeah, we filled a lot of our positions. So.
That is good.
Yeah.
Jody, when I was on vacation,
yes,
we stayed with some friends who had a pool.
Ooh.
And I learned how to scrub the pool with a scrubber. So if you want me to come up and do your hot tub, let me know.
I might take you up on that.
Okay. I might bring my swimsuit and just jump in and scrubby dub it.
I'm sorry. I'm imagining Dave with flippers and goggles and the whole thing. A snorkel.
Yeah.
Yes.
Trying to find the hot tub.
Right. Since you don't have one. Where's the hot tub? I've got to ask. I'm sorry, but I've just got to ask. Has anybody come in on a tour and asked where the hot tub is?
Not yet.
Okay. All
I'm
right.
waiting.
That's good.
Well, it's an obvious question.
Well, but you do have a nice whirlpool that I know is a big hit and very accommodating.
Yes, it's better than a hot tub because not only do you get the bubbles that are everywhere, and of course you can get it really as hot as you want or as cool as you want. So that's kind of better. In a hot tub, you don't have the choice to, it would take a while to change the temperature. And it also leans back.
Ah, there you
It
go.
lifts up and leans back so you can just lay and relax.
Let me try that.
Careful, don't throw your back out, Bernie.
So you can lean back and you can have a soda with a straw and just
Yep.
Oh, wow.
let the bubbles go.
You could. Yeah.
Don't have to do the lawn.
Yeah.
Get
Or snowplow.
wonderful- a snowplow.
Rake leaves.
Rake leaves. Wonderful meals. Play cards and games and have fun.
Mm-hmm.
Don't have to go outside to get your mail.
Yeah.
Comes right inside.
Yeah.
Got a pool table.
Pool table.
We do your laundry. We do housekeeping.
That's what I like, the laundry thing.
Now, if you think about this, honestly, all of those things that you're talking about are all in one package per month, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
That's pretty good.
Yeah, very good.
You don't have to pay property tax.
You can even get groceries delivered for you, and we also have a lady that will go get your groceries for you.
That's fantastic.
Yeah.
Don't have to pay insurance on your property
Right.
if you decided to, sell that and move in.
Right.
And that's all good.
Yes, it is.
If I was old enough, I would live there.
I know. We've said that before. Sounds like a pretty good deal.
I would say.
Yeah.
What about, talk about your Facebook page a little bit. I know that you've kind of been having some monthly prize giveaways or something for Facebook, right?
Yes. Tim Marie Drake was our winner of the fire pit and the firewood. And this month, we need everybody to, like and share and comment. And the 16th is when it ends, and the 17th is when we're going to say who the winner is, because we're doing the turkey and all the stuff that, the cranberry sauce and vegetable and potatoes and stuff. So that is going to be our giveaway this month. Yeah.
That is not a Thanksgiving meal for a giveaway. I love that.
Great
So
idea.
it'll feed up to 4 people.
Yes.
Up to 4. That's nice.
Yeah.
Okay.
I have no more questions because I'm just thinking about leaning back and having that that pop or the
Ice cream.
ice cream.
The ice cream would melt awfully fast, though, wouldn't it, if you were in the whirlpool?
Well, if you just put it in like a malt
Oh,
and then just use the straw.
okay.
Yes, it depends on how hot your water really is.
Well,
That's true.
yeah, there you go.
Oh,
Yeah.
hot tubs can get hot.
Okay, we're talking about whirlpool.
Okay, so anything else that you ladies wanted to mention
Yes.
here this morning? Okay.
Actually, yes. Next Wednesday, the 15th, from 8 a.m. to 9 a.m., we are going to be at City Cafe, and everybody that comes in, we're going to be buying their coffee or their pop, their tea. So we're going to come, and we would like for you to show up, and we'll talk to you a little bit about, all the deals that we're having going on to come tour and, just to get to know everybody. So,
Did you do that for a certain amount of time, or
yeah, we'll be there for about an hour in the
Okay.
morning for the coffee
in the morning
drinkers
coffee
and-
time?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Good idea.
And we have more things like that coming up towards the end of the month. But
Okay.
yeah, so
All right. It's been fun. I re-queued the song again so I could see if I could get both channels to work. I don't know.
Are you going to play the whole thing this time, or are you going to fade it out after a minute?
I don't know.
I was bummed that you faded it out right during Bobby's solo.
If I start getting ill, it's on you.
You won't, Dave.
Easy for you to say, Jody.
Go for a walk outside now. The summer sun's calling my name. I hear you now. I just can't stay inside all day. I gotta get out, give me some of those rays. Everybody's smiling, sunshine day. Everybody's laughing,
Sunshine Day.
everybody's singing.
Come on, Dave. You want to sing along? I know you do. It's a sunshine
I
day.
think I'll go for a walk outside now. The summer sun
This is
knows
Cindy.
me by name. He's calling me. I gotta get up, gotta get out, gotta get away, gotta get away, get away, get away, get away into the sunshine. Can't you dig the sunshine?
Was that the psychedelic part?
This is Bobby. This is Bobby's solo, I think.
Calling
This is Marcia, I
Don't
believe.
you think Marcia's dress is a little short?
I just can't stay inside all day. I gotta get out, give me some of those rays. Everybody's smiling, sunshine day. Everybody's laughing, sunshine day. Everybody seems so happy today. It's a sunshine day.
I don't feel very good.
Sunshine day.
I'm going into the psychedelic part again.
Can't you hear him calling your name?
That's so abstract.
I think I'll go for a walk outside now.
Well, speaking of sunshine, here's Bruce Springsteen.
I just can't stay.
Had enough of heartbreaking pain.
Repay them for the sacrifices they made in response to their country's call. And on Veterans Day, we salute all American veterans across the land and right here at home.
Brought to you by the Grocery Cart in Broken Bow.
This Veterans Day, let us remember America's veterans, even as we pray for those who are bravely serving their country today.
Who doesn't love a patriotic parade? We all do, but especially kids. Attending a Memorial Day or Veterans Day parade is a great opportunity to teach children what service members have done for our country and to thank them for their service. On Veterans Day 2023, we salute our veterans across the land and right here at home.
This Veterans Day salute has been brought to you by Mills Hardware and Feed in Arnold. Your friends at Mills Hardware invite you to join them in honoring our neighbors and fellow citizens who have served in our nation's armed forces.
9:23 is your time. We have a few things that we want to tell you about here before we close the Tuesday edition of the Get Up and Go Breakfast Show. And let's start with a couple of veterans soup suppers. We know that we have one on Friday here at the Broken Bowl Municipal Building, and that will be from 4 until 7 p.m. That's put on by our veterans here, Veterans Group, and the money raised there goes to help maintain the Veterans Memorial Building, and it's always really good. And then also Mason City on Saturday is having a soup supper, soup, sandwiches, and desserts. Proceeds there go to the Mason City Community Improvements, and I believe, I don't know where I saw it, but Anselmo is having a pie and soup supper this weekend again at the Fire Hall for Veterans Day.
I think we have a live read on that. Is it?
Oh, good. Yeah. Maybe that's where I read it.
Yeah, there you go.
All right.
Yeah, we'll tell you a little bit more about that as far as when they'll be serving it here in a minute.
Good, because that's 3 of them that we're aware of, and I'm sure there's some others, but usually always go for good causes and honor our veterans, which is Saturday.
Mm-hmm.
So that's coming up. And then I know that it's a little ways off, but Brent's starting to squirm in his seat a little bit for a good reason, because he's excited about a football game on Friday.
Yeah, very excited. Yeah. Looking forward to it. We got an all-area state football semifinal in Class D2 that we'll be broadcasting for you on Friday night as South Loup takes on Sand Hills Thetford. The winner will move on and play for the D2 championship at Lincoln's Memorial Stadium. Going to be a great game. Should be an amazing atmosphere. If you want to go and watch it, I'm just going to tell you, might want to go a little bit early to see if you can get a parking spot, because I think this game is going to have a whole lot of people there watching it, and rightfully so. Going to be a great game. Second time that the teams have met this season. South Loup won the regular season meeting, and this one now will be in the state semifinals. So we'll have it for you live on KBBN 95.3 FM and KBBN.com. Kickoff for the game is scheduled for 6 o'clock on Friday.
Central Nebraska Community Action Partnership is looking for an individual to work as a center assistant in Ord, Burwell, and Broken Bow locations. This is a full-time 40-hour-per-week position starting at $14 per hour. They have a full slate of benefits: health, dental, life, vision insurance, generous PTO, flexible 4-day work schedule, 11 paid holidays, and the list goes on and on. You must have a valid Nebraska driver's license and a working phone, and previous experience working with children birth to 5 and working with families. General duties will be to assist when needed in the classroom, depending on the location, help the teacher and staff with activities and documentation and cleaning. Company car and gas is provided. If you need an application, contact CNCAP at 308-745-0780, extension 105. This information is on Sandhills Express job employment page, and they are an equal opportunity employer.
Ansley Lumber is your place for building and home projects. They've got everything you need for your post-frame buildings, willing to do post-frame building estimation for barn dominiums. Of course, they carry shingles, composite decking, LP Expert Finish and Diamond Coat siding, deck railing, Pella and Marvin windows, premium lumber, ultimate lawn fertilizer, metal for roofing, whole house packages, cabinetry. Maybe as we go into this fall and later into the winter season, you might be wanting to do some work on the inside of your house. They have countertop installation with a digital template and fabrication. Of course, they have quality Benjamin Moore paints. They're your home for those. So give them a call today at Ansley Lumber and Supply in Ansley, Nebraska. Give them a call at 935-1815. They are locally owned and operated in downtown Ansley. Open Monday through Friday, 8 to 5:30. Open on Saturday from 8 until noon. And don't forget, if you need them to, they can work with you and deliver as well.
Yes, Anselmo Volunteer Fire Department is having their annual soup and pie supper this Saturday at the Fire Hall in Anselmo from 6 until 8 p.m. It will be a free will donation. We're talking with Nancy Hardy yesterday, and she said the turnout for the turkey dinner last weekend for the St. Anselm's annual turkey dinner was, I think she said they served maybe 400 people for that. So, the food's going to be good, soup's going to be tasty, and the pie is going to be delicious. So stop into the Fire Hall Saturday night at Anselmo from 6 until 8 p.m.
Our friend Roxanne with the Nebraska Land Hearing Center, a board-certified hearing instrument specialist with over 35 years of experience right here in Broken Bow, Nebraska. You'll find her office right there in the Broken Bow Chamber Building in downtown Broken Bow, offering buy local discounts, offering local dependable service right here in Broken Bow, like free hearing evaluation and free office calls, free extended warranties on new hearing aids, and extended discounts for just buying local. Roxanne sells the top technology available in the world right here in Broken Bow, so no need to travel out of town. Stay here and get good local service and free follow-up care and office visits with the Nebraska Land Hearing Center. To set up your appointment, call 308-384-3852. That's 308-384-3852 for the Nebraska Land Hearing Center.
Boy, time is flying by. Medicare annual enrollment period started October 15th and ends December 7th. And Nebraska Owners Insurance Agency reminds you of those dates. Liana will be working with Allison through the process, and they'll see people either in Broken Bow, Callaway, or wherever the client chooses. Most important this time of year is to check your Part D prescription plans to be sure your medications are covered and affordable for the plan for 2024. They'll also go over questions on existing Medicare coverages, including supplements, Medicare Advantage plans, and vision and dental coverage options. As usual, there's a lot of changes for next year in the health insurance market, and Liana and Allison work hard to keep up to speed on all of those changes. Open enrollment for under 65 health policies start on November 1st, so they're underway, and run through January 15th. And for January coverage, please have your policies reviewed by December 15th. Now, Allison is taking on new clients for both health and Medicare, as well as home, auto, farm, and commercial insurance. And CHIP is always available in both offices as well here in Broken Bow. Call 872-6996 in Callaway, 836-2201. I think that's it. That's what we have here. Yeah. Oh, Stitching Post.
Oh, yes.
I didn't get the Stitching Post. I set that piece of paper down, almost forgot it. My apologies, Velma. Don't want to forget about all the great opportunities at Circle V, located out on Paulson Road at 439-920. Now, there's no reason to go out of town to get embroidery done on your garments, on your jackets, on your hats, on your hoodies. Whatever you want to personalize or advertise, they can do it for you. They have in-stock merchandise and catalogs that you can order from, all quality and perfect apparel that you'll need to personalize and promote. Holiday season is drawing near, and Velma would like to remind you to get those orders in now for your unique and personalized gifts so you can have them ready to go for Christmas. And I know a lot of you even have Christmas right around Thanksgiving because maybe you're separated by distance and so forth. So don't wait. Time is running out. And she'll have you looking sharp, and especially for crews out there and for teams and for jackets and scarves and all those sorts of things. That can all be personalized. And if you're thinking about a letter jacket for your student, for instance, Velma can help there. They have also holiday items, area rugs, all sorts of coasters, cowhide replacements, table runners, the list goes on and on. Call Velma at 308-872-6173. 872-6173. Quality custom embroidery right here on the north edge of Broken Bow.
All right.
Okay, I think that takes care of today. We'll be back tomorrow morning on Wednesday at 7:30. We do want to remind you again that we will be not having Party Line on KCNI tomorrow. So we'll have music for you, no Party Line tomorrow, so we can attend Tom's funeral service tomorrow. And we appreciate your understanding on that. Anything else on your mind there, good neighbor?
No, I don't think so. Just want to wish everybody a sunshine day.
Okay.